hello once more, and new gadget time. I tend to sort of scour the internet and YouTube and Facebook and wherever, and I read a few magazines like the T3 magazine, looking for new gadgets, new technology. And for a while, to be honest, I've had an eye on something called a 3D printer. 3D printers have been around for a fair few years now. And every time I look at a 3D printer or consider getting one, I ask myself the same questions. What the hell would I use it for? What would I do with it? I mean, I can print things, but what? How difficult is it to use? How much space is it going to take up? How much is it going to cost? And so forth and so forth. I normally pretty much always talk myself out of it. And so it was that I was looking at a variety of things, and I came across a 3D printer that claimed to be child friendly. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so it's aimed at children. A bit of a strange thing to do, but they are, after all, the future tech gurus in theory. So I looked at them, and the more I read, the more intrigued I was. The one I looked at was called the X-Maker, and they do an X-Maker Joy AI, which is the slightly cheaper version, and then the X-Maker, which is a slightly bigger one. I decided to go for the X-Maker Joy AI for a variety of reasons, but mainly because the reviews are good. The price range, I mean, you can pick one up for just over £200. If you do what I did and bought the kit, excuse me, you'll also get things called filaments. Now, talking of filaments, I did my research, as I always do. And in basic terms, there are two types of 3D printer. The ones that use filaments and the ones that use resins. Now, the latter are the bigger, smellier, chemical required, sits in a well-aired area, a garage and so forth. The filaments, fundamentally a lot easier to use and cheaper in consumables and other things. So, okay, so I got the printer. I will do a review of the printer in a second. Just a few little facts. So the X-Maker Joy printer comes with an app. I think it's also available for Windows. And the one thing that I thought was good, it has, I think, over 8,000 different models, as they call them, from toys, from spinners, from medals, from bits and pieces like that. But you could also design your own, and that's the important thing, because ultimately what made my decision to get it was that I collect model tanks, as you might have seen in some of my videos, and I often buy them from second-hand from places like eBay, and they'll either have bits missing or those bits might get broken off in the post. So the ability to be able to print new ones is good. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm told that there's a process that allows you to scan in an existing part, broken or otherwise, and then it will create a model for you. The app is very good. You choose whatever you want and you can type in and search. So I did tank and so forth and so forth. And then you basically select it. It downloads that model firstly to the app and then to the machine. So basically, once you start the print process, the machine just handles everything. So you can literally go away, close the app, do what you want. A few caveats. When I looked at it, I was looking at specs and it was saying things like 300 millimeters a second. And I'm thinking, wow, well, that sounds pretty good. So I'm sure it's going to knock out things very quickly. So a big criticism, certainly in the past, was the 3D printers took ages to print. Well, the figure is not really what you might think for a variety of reasons. I think someone's used the analogy that, you can drive a car at 70 miles an hour, but not down a country lane. You have to slow down, you have to negotiate the curves and things. And kind of the same thing with the printer. It has to slow down and build layers and so forth and so forth. So what does that mean? Well, in context, my first ever print was this little plastic boat, and that took a little over an hour to print. An hour. So clearly the perceived speed as opposed to the real speed is different. Now you can do a variety of things to speed that up. There's different qualities. For example, you can have a basic, standard and high quality, so that obviously the speeds vary. Also, by default, the thing builds what's called a raft, I think they called it, which is basically a base for the model to sit on, which keeps it all sort of nice and steady and in place. And from what I'm reading, and I haven't tried it again yet, that raft isn't normally needed unless it's something quite small, delicate and so forth. And apparently, from what I'm told, it took about 20 minutes to build just the raft, so you can knock a third of the speed off. And as I say, this is the result. This, by the way, was built with filament, and we'll go through that as well. But the basic concept is that cost me around about 20-25 pence to print. So I don't know, you could buy them cheaper if they're mass produced, but you can create them, you can customize them. That's the other thing. When you get the model, you can change what the model does. So if you want a specific, longer hull, whatever, you can do all of that. One word of caution: when you put the machine onto print, the model sits on top of this thing. It's a metallic plate, and hopefully you can see that raft, that base, is actually stuck on there, and it's stuck on quite well. I mean, this bends, but I wouldn't want to do it too much. So I've actually bought myself, as a recommendation, a kit which includes things like scrapers and so forth, plastic scrapers. Be careful you don't damage it. So yeah, I'll have to extradite the base or the raft off of that before I can use it. That said, you can pick up another one of these for £15. So two reasons for it. Obviously, if I can't get that thing off or I damage it, well, I've got my replacement. Secondly, of course, once one's printed and you're cooling it, you can carry on and print with that. Some other nice things with the app. This particular one, the Xmaker Joy AI, has a camera inside the printer, which is good. So you can watch it through the app. You can even download a time lapse of it, so you can actually show, and I've done that for the little boat printed there. And it is relatively easy to use. And again, I'll go over how you use it once I finish this bit. Couple of things. It's for children. Well, the first thing is this filament is heated through a nozzle, a head for want of a better word, which gets very hot, 200 degrees or more. And yes, there is a little window, a little door on it, but you can open it, it would still carry on. It has got a dirty great sign saying really hot, but for me, would you really want to leave an 8-year-old with something that they could shove their hand on? Also, the filament goes up a tube, as you'll see when I show you the thing, and it goes through a little sort of clip that pushes into the thing. Man, was that difficult to use. You have to hold it open, a little sort of clasp, to push the tube in. And whilst I'm not necessarily the strongest person in the world, I think I'm a bit stronger than an 8-year-old. And I had to really struggle to hold that open long enough. And the filament itself kept doing that, and I had to... But anyway, it's not a good thing from my perspective if you're looking at children. I think, if I'm honest, unless your child is an older child, I would never let them do things unsupervised anyway. So that's it. So that's the premise, that's the name of the printer, and I'll go through and show you the printer itself, how it works, what it does, and what you get with it after this segment. And I'll also do some screen recording so you can see the app and also the time-lapse. I'll add it to the end of this video in a second or two. So next, wait for it. And So this is the XMaker Joy AI. It's fairly compact. It's sitting here where I had a little printer which I've moved. As you can see, it has a tube, which is where the filament goes in, and hopefully you can see there's the head with it's hot. This little tray with the magnetic base that you put it is used to assemble your model. And this sort of just clips together. It comes with a little sort of doodly thing. So I'm told these things, and there's things on the side, you can print off and customize the look of it. The one that they're showing is on the website is devil's horns and a little tail. So, you know, as it's aimed for kids, you can make it look cute. It also has this thing which scares the hell out of me. That is what's called the calibration card. And looking at the video that I was using to evaluate whether I'm going to buy it or not, it doesn't sound like fun. Calibration, from my understanding, is to make certain that the base is perfectly level. Obviously, if it's askew, then your models will come out a bit strange. But well, for starters, when you go to the app and choose calibrate, says this is a professional job. Do you wish to continue? And it doesn't look the easiest of things to do. I will try and do a video of that in due course. Having said that, the thing didn't ask me to calibrate it, and it printed okay. You get these little cutters again. If this is aimed for children, do you really want them to have their hands on that? But it's there for cutting the filaments and so forth. And then, because I bought the kit, it comes with these, which is nice. I got 8 of those. The green one is what I've added to it. Now, if I can do this one-handed, I will try. If I turn it round, you will see, hopefully, round to it. There we are. So the back, rather rudimentary little bit of plastic goes in there to put the reel on. The filament goes up here. This is the bit I mentioned. Don't worry about this, it does unclip. In order to put the filament in, you push it up there, it hits this thing, you have to hold that up, and then it will pull in through there, and you push it, and eventually it will get to the point where it automatically stops. You'll feel a bit of tension and you're ready to roll. At that point, you will then have to, oops, do that properly, there we are. You will then have to let it prepare itself. So when you're using the app, which again I'll show you, it says preparing it, it will heat it to whatever the temperature it needs, and then it will start feeding out the filament. At which point you can say stop, it's ready to go, and then you use these things to snip off that bit of filament, and you're ready to rock and roll. The rest of it's all done through the app, generally speaking, and I have to say it's quiet. It's not, certainly no louder than, say, the inkjet printer that was on here before I replaced it. Simplicity itself, if I'm honest, works quite well. What can I say? I'll show you the app, I'll show you the end result, I'll show you the time lapse. But yeah, for me, despite the fact that it's kind of aimed towards a child, that's great. I mean, if a child can use it, surely someone that's been using technology for 40 years should be able to do it. And indeed, I was able to print that first little, albeit a little boat, within minutes. Although it did take an hour to print it. I'm going to try and print something else, but I will probably put this demo on and review, because, as I always do, this is very much I've just got this, and this is my first observations. So it's nowhere near an in-depth test, but it is just an introduction to something that I have been sort of dithering about buying for some time. So that's it. Again, it's called the XMaker Joy AI, as I tend to do. Bought it on Amazon, and that's it. A couple of things just before I finish. This isn't huge. When I pulled up the model tank, it said it wouldn't fit on there, which is why perhaps the more expensive one, which is slightly bigger, I think it's 20% bigger, might have been a better choice. Having said that, it doesn't have the camera, and I quite like the idea of the camera. The camera sits over there, not sure you can actually see it. I quite like the idea of the camera. The other one, the X-Maker on its own without the joy bit, has a little screen on the front, but it is a bigger and slightly faster, I think, model. But overall, for my first ever 3D printer, I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. I will try something else a bit later. I saw a very nice sort of raffia kind of style pencil holder on the models. When you choose the models, as hopefully you'll see on the app when I show you, it gives you a rough idea of how long it's going to take to print it. And that particular one said 18 hours. So just bear that in mind. It ain't exactly quick, but you know, I have a 3D printer at long last, so let's see how we get on with it in due course. I look forward to creating my own bits and pieces and rebuilding some of those broken tanks in due course. Bye for now. The X-Maker app is running on an Android tablet. It's very visual, again in keeping with the theme that it's designed for children. I hasten to add these things do not print out in one go. You get the bits and you have to assemble them, but some of them, these will probably print out okay. My little boat printed out all right, and as you can see, there's lots and lots of different options in there. You can search, you can explore, so you can download all sorts of bits and pieces here. And again, I like the visuality of it. It's kind of very kid friendly, as you'd imagine. There's a guide, there's courses in there to do what you want to. There's themes that you can download, so you know, all sorts of bits and pieces that you can do. The printer itself, if this was connected, it's not connected at the moment. The little loading is where you see the camera, and then you can create the time lapse or whatever from there. I do particularly like that, I really do. And of course you can go in and explore. So again, if you go in here and you type boat, for example, you'll get those, and as you can see, my little patrol boats and so forth. If you tap it, you'll get some information about it, and it will give you a description of what's there. It will show you other options, and when you actually get it ready, basically all you do is I'll have that, you download the thing, patrol boat, download the thing. You can also go into the 360-degree mode there, and you can move the boat around so you can see what it looks like. You can even pull some of these apart, which is pretty cool. And there's a little assistant down there that will help you get through things as well. All in all, a pretty good app considering it's free. Yeah, I mean, basically once you've got the model, you hit a button, it will tell you roughly how long it's going to take. It will make certain that you've got the filament involved. It will say it's warming up and preparing it. As you can see, prepare. If I do that, it will pull up that there. You do continue. At this stage, you can see that you've got print quality, fast, standard, fine, and so forth. You've also got the ability to make a change or amendments to these. If you click continue, printer is busy. In this case, it's not on, but otherwise it would simply go to the printer. And then basically what happens is it will tell you what you need to do. And you say, do not show that again once you've seen it a few times. Basically, very straightforward. And hopefully you can now see it's now looking at doing this. If you want, you can do a preview. But this is where you'll also see how long it's likely to take and a few other details about it. But yeah, the app itself is pretty cool in my opinion, and makes this an excellent purchase for someone like me who's never used one before, or a child that is supervised and has some intelligence about them, which I'm sure all of yours have. So that's it. So that's the app in a nutshell. Very impressive for something that isn't hugely expensive.